Hi, my name's Amy Vincent, and I am the cinematographer on Song Sung Blue.
What do you think?
You don't want to be a Neil Diamond impersonator. You want to be a Neil Diamond interpreter.
Sweet Caroline.
The whole approach to the movie, it was all practical locations, shooting New Jersey for Milwaukee in the 90s. The authenticity of working on practical locations is something I've always embraced. And there are challenges in there too. You know, some of the spaces we were filming in were quite small. Hence the beautiful form factor of the Sony VENICE 2 with the compact design of the Hugos. It was very important that we were period correct. A lot of par cans, a lot of old school gels. I got to go back to my roots. I love to be able to photograph the lights that are lighting the scene in general.
We fill it up with only two.
We should call ourselves Lightning and Thunder.
That is not very professional of me, but I've been wanting to do it for like a whole.
I've worked with this camera and I have a familiarity with the color science and I know where to push it. I also know how to keep all the little tiny nuances. I'll cite the close-up that's like lips to eyebrows, close-up of Hugh Jackman. If you really look at that shot and you see the complexity of skin tones and just how much storytelling is in that much of the face, that is a real jumping off point for me with my commitment to this camera. It affects you emotionally the way that you perceive color. It affects the audience emotionally.
We're all here doing the best we can. And if we can just be strong and above all be grateful, maybe we can just make the world a better place.
The crew that this script attracted in New York brought a group of collaborators together where I realized that I can let go. You know, I had an A-camera operator named Dave Thompson, dolly grip named Andy Sweeney. We set Andy loose in this tiny location, like tiny second-story apartment over an auto shop, and we laid dance floor. And the first two music numbers where Kate and Hugh are singing, those are the actual live vocal recordings there.
Tell your mama, girl, we can't stay long. We got things we gotta catch up on.
Don't say, do this, do that. To let Andy go, you know, Dave's on the remote head outside the room. To see the performance and then to see Craig witnessing the performance, that's sort of all the joy you need to get up at 4:30 the next day and drive to New Jersey and do it again.
Sold out shows.
What's a Pearl Jam?
You don't know who Pearl Jam is?
I guess we're opening for Pearl Jam.
In the finale sequence in the Ritz Theater, I used a very saturated blue and a saturated amber. You know, I've often struggled with keeping the saturation in the color in digital photography. We can retain the saturation quite easily with things that are put on the set decoration and other things, but to be able to retain that saturation in the lighting fixtures themselves is really something that I embrace the Venice 2 to the end of time because of that ability. And then that allowed me to also back off on the contrast in the blacks a little bit. So there's I call it a humaneness to the slight cool fall off in the blacks as we go down the contrast scale.
Your times never seem so good.
It's good.
So good.
The tagline from Song Sung Blue is dream huge. You know, people have said the movie makes them cry, and I think it's good to have an open enough heart that you can both cry and dream huge.
Too bad